Let's have a gameplay.
And take it away, DF.
Hi, and welcome to Desis and Dragons. We are the Desis, and we're here to play Dungeons and Dragons. I'm the Dungeon Master, Indrani. Happy to be here. Terrified of what my players are going to do. This session. Moving on to our source of terror and joy, Indrani. Tell us about yourself and your character.
I play Talvar the Forge Cleric, who is known to make rational decisions that she thinks through before making, and is known to just make the best possible decisions in any given situation. And you'll see that play out today. My name is Indrani, by the way. Hello.
Also a source of great logical choices, the mean machine himself, Shubham.
I am not mean. I am very kind, or so I have been told. Again, I am not entirely sure what any of these words mean. Hello, I am Shubham, and I play Pewter, who is a warforged with very little understanding about anything, really. He mostly follows Talvar's decisions, which has now led him to disastrous results. Please help.
Yes.
Great results.
Yes. When he starts role-playing as Pewter, you will know it'll be very different. And someone whose character just, who is not tied to Talvar's choices in programming, we have the wonderful Alika.
Hello, it's me, Alika. I play Medu de Vidalis, the human fighter who is totally cool, 100% okay with every decision that has been made so far. Coping well. Yeah, coping well, doing great. Currently missing their better half, which happens to be a cerulean chimera by the name of Cosmo, who is off babysitting a bullet. As you
How it is. Yeah, you just leave the partner, look after the kids. You say, I'm just going to hang out with the friends. And then, shenanigans ensue.
Yeah.
It's just a hangover with horses.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I don't even know how today's gonna go.
All right.
But before we jump in, I have a couple of announcements to make.
Also, Indrani, could you move a bit to your left and a bit further up, because you seem to be sitting very close to the camera right now. There we go.
Okay, is that fine?
Yeah.
Cute t-shirt, Chirag. Announcement number 1, Chirag is wearing an amazing, adorable t-shirt that we all need to take a moment to appreciate.
The dragon will hide. He's very shy over the course of this game.
Yeah,
He'll be popping down and popping up.
So that's one. The second announcement is the fact that we raised $400 for Shanti Bhavan, which is 30 grand-ish, I think, in Indian rupees. So thank you to everybody who donated, whether you're watching right now or not. The winner of the raffle is Sneha Kannan. So Sneha, I've sent you an email. Please get back to me and I will send your dice out to you.
Damn you, Sneha!
This is true.
Yeah,
And thank you so much for donating.
Thank you so much for donating.
That too.
I will be doing this every month, hopefully. So keep an eye out for it. It will go live on the 1st of every month. So the next one will be on the 1st of December. That's announcement number 2. And announcement number 3 is that I'm really fucking scared about what's going to happen in the next months. I would like to announce that formally before we get into this.
Important.
All right. Before we go into recap, is there anything else anyone else wants to announce? Like potential backup characters or like any wields anyone done with their characters?
Who's doing the recap today? You are.
Oh, okay. It's the DM. Okay, cool. Go for it.
Yeah. I'll do as best as I can. Yeah. All right. So it all began. These heroes who came to Drome, these young adventurers, they were traveling by bullet in an illegal manner, just avoiding all entities, secret tunnels underground. Unfortunately, they were accosted by undead minotaur, who they sought to conquer. And then they found this beautiful half-orc detective, who Talvar sought to conquer in a different manner. They worked together to lure them into an encounter using Kyber dragon shards, the most volatile and corruptive of the dragon shards, luring them into a trap before they came into an encounter with the Zenir Pact, a loyal group of gnoll mercenaries who were patrolling these tunnels. Upon meeting them, the noble cleric Talvar reached in and created an icon to the Dark Six, a powerful one made of kyber dragon shards. The fate that she presented was so strong, she changed in appearance, perhaps in attitude. Regardless, it convinced the gnolls. And when they asked more where they were going, they said that they were on a mission by the daughters of Sorakel, the rulers of Drome, three hag sisters born of one of the 13 most powerful hags in ancient legends. These three daughters have existed for centuries, creatures of fairy tales, stories that you've warned your children about, until less than a decade ago, where they proved real and took over the nation of Drome, creating a country of monsters. And so they had claimed, once you say, I am working for these three, then no one in Drome will cause you any problems. They allowed them free reign. They hired the services of a guide named Gillian, who he's a lovely lad, really sweet. I hope nothing bad happens to him. As he promises to lead them all the way to all the way through the tunnels until they can get to Grey Wall, the entry city in Drome, from which a direct route will take them all the way to Great Crag, the capital. Hopefully, once they reach that place, they will be able to make contact with, their missing friends, Bill, Bull, and most importantly, Cosmo and the baby. Name of a fantastic TV show all of us would watch, right?
Let's watch that.
Let's watch it.
You know what I'm worried
Yes,
about? If we don't survive this, that Cosmo will be left abandoned. And I just don't
Cosmo
think
will never know.
Cosmo will never know what happened to him.
Cosmo will never know.
I'm so scared.
As they prepared for camp, they decided to imbibe some drink, some gnoll ale, which is basically, it makes moonshine look classy. And they all drank. Well, not all of them drank, but everyone who drank basically got a nat 20, or just not affected by the drink at all. Pewters in it have never been shinier. And they drank. Henrietta passed out. Julian, it was past his bedtime, so he just coiled up, rolled up into the little huddle that dogs do, and he's out as well. Nogu's tired. He's quite tired. So he was getting ready to sleep. But as people were preparing for dreams, 3 new arrivals entered the room, this little cave that they found themselves in. And as you can look at them, you see the 3 daughters of Sorakel. You go, Sora Terraza, the dream of Drome, a beautiful woman with long flowing black hair and a dress made of nature, green dress made of nature itself. Voices alluring, and a face is beautiful, but constantly adjusting beauty, like it's never the same look twice. Soramania, the fist of Drome, a towering Anis hag, standing over 8 foot tall, dark gray with fists that look like boulders, just smiling with wicked, long, hungry grin. And Sora
hungry.
Hungry.
Oh my.
Hungry? Okay, I heard something else.
Long teeth. What did you hear?
Something that's appropriate for Talvar's character.
Oh, jeez.
Sorry.
Okay. You could be. You never are. It's not what she's known for. And Sora Katra. Yeah, sorry. I mixed up the order. Sora Katra is the beautiful one that you saw before, the voice of Drome. Sora Terraza, the dream of Drome, is an old, archetypical hag, long hood over her face, barely see her long, withered fingers, has the stick that doesn't make a sound as it helps her mind her steps. Glancing at her eyes, looks milk-covered, and yet seems very aware of her surroundings as she watches this. So yeah, these three have come in. Soramania caught a rock that you were basically just throwing rocks. I think you were throwing boomerangs around or something. You were throwing something around.
Someone
And
was
it was-
doing
Maybe the
something.
bottle of stuff.
Anyway, these three have arrived, and they see all of you, and they're smiling at all this, as you can just and they look at you, and like Sora, Katra, they're like, and now the three of us have arrived, and is that the story so far? As she has just finished recapping everything I just said.
Who wants to
I-
go?
Yes, anything.
I look to the two who are currently frozen, and then turn to the daughters and be like, "That is a very impressive recap. My archives appreciate what you have provided." And for you suddenly notice that Pewter, despite being made of metal, seems to be shivering, and he goes, "There's something wrong with my motors. I seem to be vibrating."
Your motors are fine.
Oh, don't think I've ever had that effect on a machine before. Quite interesting. So Katra says, as she's like looking at you with like a constant like smile, and it keeps flickering. Like you can't tell if it's like a genuine smile, a hungry smile, a sadistic smile, like a passive aggressive. It's just like difficult to tell with her face. Sorry. Talvar? Any other?
I glance around and then look back at them. I say, I think the best course of action here would be for us to be honest. Yes? Then I look at my friends.
Honesty. That must be is that a novel concept for you?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, occasionally.
Right. That would be lovely. We would love to hear some honesty, wouldn't we? And like you can see the large, just like, and then the older one just like shaking her like, as if to say, "Not now." Like,
I hold out whatever's left of the drink and like, do you want some?
oh, are you offering that to me?
Yes.
Takes it. How much did you leave? Because you got the nat 20. Is it like very little left, or did you leave quite a bit left?
I think it'd be like maybe a quarter left of the bottle.
That's the glass, right?
Yeah.
She like drinks it from the bottle. She's like, terrible, no ale. And she just says, smashes it down, startling the gnome. It's like, "Ooh, wish there was more." Until she like looks and she like licks her lips and just like, only you two had a drink. She said, looking at the Warfort and looking straight at Major.
Well, technically Henrietta's puked most of it up.
Oh yes, that's right. The little half walk. She like looks over, looks at the sleeping one, and then like her jaw goes wide, and she's like, not even awake to greet us. Maybe I should have something to go, a snack to go down with that drink.
My lady, Her Majesty, sorry, what is the appropriate term of respect to be used in the presence of the great daughters?
She's like, she looks like she's like, come on, Commander, daughter, Majesty, they're all just words. I don't care what you say. I care for the fear in your eyes. And she's like looming over you. Like she is tall. Like she's like walked away from Henry and is now still over you.
Right.
I am only a child. Please do not kill me.
This is true. He is less than a year old.
Mania, please. And Cat is like calling, please don't put out that candle so early. The night's only just begun. Oh, I said, you see Kato that comes up to Pewter as he says he's a child. Like, that's quite right. Your mind is so young. And she's like tapping your head. And then Terraza says like, he does not have the memories he should. He is a child reborn. It looks concerned, like she's looking all around. She's not concerned, but she's like glancing all around like she thought she missed something. This is the blind one.
You
The old woman.
see a lot.
I don't see anything. I'm quite blind. It's about knowing where everything's supposed to be. Everything's place in the story that must begin, must end. Very good at knowing endings.
Are we at our ending?
The day is approaching it then. She says like, and she's like scratching her head a little bit. As she's making eye contact with you, but like at a side angle, like she's not looking at you. Like, it's difficult. It's difficult for you to end when you don't even know when you've begun. And she's like looking around. And you can see Katra like looked at her sister and then just with an odd look and then looks back at you guys and says, still, I do believe that while you're being very polite now, there has been some disrespect or confusion. As you say, you're on a mission for us, yet we have never met. Or have we?
I must say, Majesty, me and my fear in my eyes. I'm here to tell you that was all me.
It was a joint decision.
It really wasn't. Please don't hurt them if you must hurt.
We were promised honesty. Which of you is not being honest?
I can speak plainly, and I will turn and like look and see my fists are still shaking. So first, what I'll do is the walls are still around me, right? I can still see walls and stuff.
Yeah, there's like a little bit of like flame. So you can see like
I
the
will
walls.
smack my head on them as if to like shock myself into like out of the stupor. I want to, if I can, I would like to do a wisdom save to see if I can overcome this sense of dread that they fill me with.
Yeah, sure, go for it.
Do a self-imposed role. Love that.
Natural 20.
Oh,
Heck yeah!
All right.
Smack your head, your energy lets like revibrate, and you feel like, okay, I can go, I can move.
Great. So as I come back and I'm like, we are on a mission to save the world in some shape or form. The entirety of it we do not understand, but we are trying to do the right thing. I recently learned I am mortal, so I am very scared of now dying. But I've decided that if I must commit to something, this is a worthy purpose. These two are Medu and Talvar, and I point at them. We are a good team, but we tend to get into trouble that we do not intend to. For example, Talvar seems to get herself into complicated relationship triangles, and also pray to gods that may or may not look upon her favorably. I do not understand how gods work, but apparently they are real. And I'm sorry, I'm probably not making a lot of sense, but we are simply coming to Drome to ensure that Drome is safe.
Yeah. Mania's just like looking at you, just like, I liked it when he smacked his head. Showed that he had guts in the mole body. I like him. And you see Kata's like, quite interesting. And like the yes, speak the truth. Strange that he'd be afraid to die, even that's what he was made for. Death. And then the Kessler, that still didn't answer the question. Which of you were being dishonest just now? And she points at Talvar and Mabel. Was it a group decision to say you worked for, or was it your falsehood?
It's my falsehood.
I was lying.
I believe my friend
I
here.
see. Oh, I see. You were the one who lied when we said we were going to speak. I see. And then she's like, fascinating. And then she says, like, well, time to take. What punishment suits a liar?
Please, no, just hold on.
Surely we do not receive punishment. It was a simple mistake. We were scared. Medu, tell them.
Yeah.
My lady, please. The reason the three of you are sisters, yes? Family.
Maybe you do a wisdom save for me.
Oh my
Oh
god.
wow!
Oh my god, no!
Wisdom save. Oh, I'm okay. That a natural one.
Oh my god, you have
Wow.
inspiration. Please use inspiration. Oh my god.
You used to laugh at him.
Yeah, use my inspiration to win a drinking contest.
Smooth.
Yeah, exactly. A good use of time.
Fun.
Yeah. Yeah. You feel you see her do this, close her hands, and then something happened, and you have no idea what happened.
Huh?
Your Majesties, please, if you've done something, please consider she was just trying to protect me. And that is something you as sisters might understand, wanting to.
Do you think we, the daughters of Sorakel, need protection? From what? What danger could you have to us?
Well, not us.
Did you intend harm to us?
No. Honestly,
Do you
were
think
just
we are
trying.
fragile girls who cannot handle the truth?
Oh, I have seen fragile, and you are nowhere close to it. I would never disrespect you by assuming anything like that. If I may explain why I used your name in vain.
Go on. What is this mission that we sent you on?
Well, that mission obviously does not exist. However, we, as Pewter truthfully said, are trying to protect the various places, trying to protect Eberron itself, and we were in a sticky situation, and invoking your name helped us survive a very dire situation that we might otherwise not have survived, and it helped us keep going on our mission to protect not just Emerald, but Drome specifically, Drome, the land that you rule.
He leaps and jumps and runs around the holes to avoid saying the truth, but speaks close to it to try and hide. Thinks we do not have eyes that we can't and ears that we cannot tell. She tries to hide from us.
There is nothing I am trying to hide. I am truly speaking the truth. This is for the good of all lands.
Why are you in Drome?
To protect Drome.
Why are you in Drome?
Is she looking only at Talvar when she's speaking?
Yeah.
Talvar's the one like speaking, so she's like large hag's like focused on you.
Is Nogu's not with us, right? Or Nogu's knocked out?
Nogu has been scared in the corner.
Yeah.
He was going to bed and he thinks he's in a nightmare.
Right.
I mean, fair, no. I feel you.
Sorry, DM, I can't remember. Shubham can't remember, but I'm sure Pewter does. What's the name for the monster or monstrosity that we are trying to stop behind the gates?
We do not invoke.
One of the Dilka. Oh, you mean you mean the species, or do you mean the individual name of the creature?
Individual name.
Oh, right, cool. I have. Here we go. Anyone want to tell them while I look it up?
Asa Mega
Yeah.
Theodosa.
That's
Yeah.
I'm not
Theodosa.
supposed to take the name. The Conciliator.
Yeah.
is
Oh,
the
the
name.
Yes,
conciliator.
it's-
That's a good one. We are trying to prevent the release of the conciliator.
Yeah. The two hags you see Katra and Mania. They just immediately start up and they look at you like with like surprise. Mania's like immediately got her hands like ready to like go down. They look startled. But you see that the older looking one just has not reacted in the does not react in the slightest. It's like and on schedule. Very good, right on schedule. And like Katra's like, what the? Is he in drone? What are you talking about?
No, he.
Well,
Oh, yes,
please.
please.
no, you're doing such a great job.
All right. I'm not designed for talking. He is not in Drome. However, there are gates that hold him, and we are trying to ensure that they stay sealed. And for that, we need to come to Drome, which is a minor deception, I guess, but not quite.
It's yeah. You can see that you see the woman's like, it's closer to the truth than what the other one was, what the fiery one was saying. Close enough, I might say. Katra like looks at her sister with a strange. Give me insight checks, all of you.
Oh,
Insight check.
That's a 15.
16.
18.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm glad
15
the Conciliator rattled them a little bit. That's a good thing.
Yeah,
For us.
15, 16 is like a strong glare. Like she looks annoyed. 18, it's like that look that's basically like, I'm getting tired of your shit, sister. As if like I do not like it's this kind of basically look like, why didn't you tell me this if you already knew? And it's like that resigned thing, like she's doing it again. Like Katra's doing this. Mania's just like looking worried.
Again.
I'm gonna look
Yeah.
at the blind one, the one who seems to just know if we're lying or not.
Mhm.
Like, you're aware of, you say there's a timeline, that we're on time. Do you know how this is going to play out?
Yeah.
And I bow again. Really scared.
Would me knowing help you in any way? If I meant to tell you, I would have told you.
Right.
Does it give you comfort in knowing that someone has seen your thread of destiny? Has it written down in the books, in their own archives? I like your word for it.
So, are you saying that you know exactly what will happen?
I know what is written. What
Then you know
should
what
happen, could happen.
So you anticipated meeting us. You knew we were going to meet each other.
When you said our names, it became inevitable.
Right.
And like Katra looks like, I'm the one who knew about them saying the name. Why are you claiming? Deceptions.
I'm gonna capitalize on this like intention a little bit, and like perhaps there is a reason that this otherwise what I would assume a chance encounter happened.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe. And I made it so like, I'm getting bored. This Delka talk sounds dangerous. Are they going to cause the danger? If I don't have, I need more information if I'm going to have to sense my troll soldiers. And okay,
did she say troll soldiers?
I believe
she did say troll soldiers.
Maybe,
Oh.
do
Like,
you
oh
think
god,
you
this is
could fight
clearly a
troll?
nightmare.
We
Maybe.
didn't fight a gnoll. I was having a hard time with a gnoll. You want me to fight a troll?
Would having Cosmo help?
No.
Uh,
Maybe? I don't know.
We would not like to fight any trolls.
Also, we truly do not intend to step on your toes.
look, give me an intelligence check.
Oh God, has she
Oh,
killed
God.
off Cosmo? Jesus Christ.
Oh, no.
How would you
Intelligence?
know that he's dead? Yeah, intelligence check.
Oh, that's bad. That's bad. 2.
What are your rolls?
Dude,
You
these guys.
you don't notice anything.
Hmm.
Nothing happens. It's like something's like you're like Alright. There's like something that's going on in your head, but you can't quite remember. Now moving on. These all just look at you and they say,
What?
"Well, you have like," and they like look at the older one, the hag one. They say like, they do look and they say like, "Are you going?" Yes. So you have this important mission about stopping the conciliator from causing trouble and destroying Rome specifically. Is that what you're saying? This is a danger in Rome.
Rome and every other place in Eberron.
I see. And she's like stroking her chin, like she's deep in thought. Meanwhile, Mania just like is down. She's next to Henrietta, and they're like picking up the box with the skull in it. It's like, ooh, wonderful skullmanship. Look how it shines with the bound soul.
One
And
is
she looks like she wants to take it.
at my hip.
Oh, okay. Then she's like reaching down and she's like
No,
tapping the box at your hip.
it's not a box. It's
Lovely.
like I've slung it on my waist, like just carrying that to like intimidate. Remember?
Oh, she's just like tapping it. Good. X. Is this your necromancy?
No, it's not. I only slew it with the help of my
He is not lying.
Oh,
we have a spell.
Uh.
Anyway.
She like looks down. She like looks down there and she's like, and she like look like, I want it. And then her sister's like, you've already taken one gift from them. It would be rude to take another without offering
sorry,
something in
what?
exchange.
What did you take from us?
Surely they're talking about the alcohol we just gave, the gnoll ale.
Right.
You gave, yeah, of course, you gave me that gift. I cannot ask for another gift without paying one in exchange. What gift to give? What gift to give? Looks at you. Looks at me. Looks at thing.
Oh my god. I'm so stressed. My butthole is so clenched right now. TMI, but it is.
I don't want to sit like this.
I know.
Yeah. She just like reaches into her mouth, like her mouth expands, goes, and she her teeth falls out, and like, oh, this is a long tooth. Goes over to you, wherever you have your quiver, and like puts the tooth in there, and it like comes back and says like, yeah, gift has been given.
I thank you very much. That is a very
good. You know what it
generous
does.
gift.
I was afraid you'd have to ask what it is. You're very smart.
I do not understand it. So for my sake, if you could please explain what it is.
It's a hack. It's a hag tooth. You fire it like an arrow, and it goes through everything.
Did
Great.
you say it
Well-
goes through everything?
Well, everything that can be eaten. So, not you, point at the pewter. But everything else, it's hungry as I am. The hungry tooth.
Is it reusable? Recyclable?
You only gave me a quarter of beer.
It's true. I'm sorry.
It's fine. Do not. It is fine. Now that gift has been given, she looks down at the skull. I'm interested in this, and she like looks at the skull at your side.
Yes,
Where did
it
it
is yours if you would like. Hi, what do you mean?
Yeah.
But to be fair,
Uh,
It's spoken for.
it is indeed spoken for by House Taras girl.
perhaps.
Oh.
We need to honor the bargain we have made with them, which was to bring them 3 of these skulls, which we have.
Oh.
Unfortunately, we
you have
have
3?
only exactly 3, so can't give you an extra.
Well, we have to respect bargains. And Mayo just like look fairly upset as she's like standing up and going off. She's like, well, in that case, she's like starting to think. Well then,
I could perhaps.
Mhm.
Name, I have a question.
Oh
Maybe
boy.
this sounds.
Oh boy.
guys, hold your get your plenty credits.
I'm gonna sit like this. You
So-
speak the
As a forge
Tell
cleric.
it to the dragon.
Oh, hi, dragon! Alright, alright. So here's my question. As a forge cleric, I have something known as the artisan's blessing.
Uh-huh.
I can
Mhm.
channel divinity
You're
to
in
conduct an hour-long ritual that
Mhm.
lets me craft a non-magical item that would include some sort of myth.
Mhm.
If I were to gather bones,
Uh-huh.
have a little piece of metal, could I fashion a skull?
Oh, you could 100% fashion a skull. You probably could not make a skull like this, because the skull at your side is alive.
Right. Yeah,
It's literally like twisting its head a little bit.
right. No, but I could create one if I had a non-magical one, obviously. But
Sure, of course.
all right, cool. Good to know. Sorry. Okay, continue.
Yeah, 100% you could do that. No,
Yeah.
you got to do
Just-
something. Yeah.
Just
So it's like,
contingencies, guys. Always have a backup plan.
Oh boy, I feel like I'm sensing the direction of this backup plan, and it's down a dark alley.
Oh
Yeah.
god.
Look, you're just like looking at Nogu's, like you look at the skulls that are in the room. There's Nogu, there's Henrietta, there's Jillian. But Catherine just said, well, so what do they need? So for the story to get to where it has to go, what do they need? They cannot have. Oh, they cannot have false promises. All untruths must be true. Oh, all right then. That sounds interesting.
All
She goes over.
untruths be true.
You said you were
Yes.
on a mission for us. Oh, let's make that untruth true. And she looks at you, and her face starts to shift. What is the name of the first person whose heart you broke?
First person whose heart I broke.
Oh no. Oh, no.
Let me take you back in time. No, I'm kidding. It's gonna be most likely Luther.
Wow. Okay, he's that. Okay.
He did.
And it's just like it looks like like the face that changes. It's like still in the outfit, and somehow Luther's pulling it off. But it's like Luther. It's like the dream, like most like how you remember someone. You remember them being more attractive than they really were. Like a dream, like kind of
Yeah.
look of Luther.
Yeah.
As it's like there looking down, just a little bit taller than
Buff
you. It's
Luther
just
or
like
not so buff Luther?
it's like swimmer Luther as opposed to
Oh.
bodybuilder Luther.
Oh,
Like
love that.
kind
Yeah,
of body.
Okay.
Still in that outfit, which may or may not work for you. I'm not sure.
It 100% works. for me. Everything works. for me.
As it looks down, it says like, in that case, your mission is very simple, as you're going to head to Grey Wall anyway. All you just have to go, find the mayor and give him a message for us.
Right? Well, what is this message? And just out of curiosity, I mean no disrespect. What is your relationship with the mayor? Do you get along?
We rule Rome. The mayors are answerable to the warlord, who is answerable to us.
So you get
That
along.
is the relation.
Right. Okay.
Yes. Tell him, Helium dum domum missimus.
Tell him.
He like, looks at you and then he looks at you softly and then says, Helium dum domum missimus.
Helium, Dome, Do I speak what?
What languages do you speak?
Celestial, Dwarvish,
What's the last one?
Halfling.
Okay. You don't understand it. Peter, what languages do you speak?
I don't. I think I just speak orc on top of common and orc. That's it.
Alaka, anything interesting?
Common, Elvish, Sylvan.
Yeah, you're not sure what she's saying. Yeah, but you memorize what the words are. I will type it down for you. And send
William,
them-
no. Oh, you're typing it down. Good. So I felt like an
in the
idiot
what?
typing out gibberish.
I wrote down a phrase and I'm like, I don't know if these syllables sound at all similar to what he said. Oh, they are
Liam
totally
Doom.
different.
Shubham, don't open chat. You'll fuck up our layout.
I didn't open chat. Don't worry.
Letting you know. Alright, got it. William, Tum, Domum, Missinus. Yes.
And you can see there's like chuckling from the large one. Oh,
I'll get the
people
accent
love
right.
that.
I mean, I'll
Your
try.
accent's lovely, absolutely lovely. And she's like, it said like, if not for this important work you had to do, I would just love to have you in my bedroom. Just a little candle, just lighting me up at night. That would be lovely. She's like leaning in close, like right next to you, right up to your face. And she tilts her head, goes to your ear, and you feel like a nibbling, like a sharp. And then she like goes, and there's like a new earring there that wasn't there before. She goes
I'm
over
gonna
to-
roll a wisdom saving for myself.
Sure.
Do not freak out.
I kid you not.
Resisting,
This is how enamored I get by her after she does this. I rolled a natural.
yeah,
I'm like
Wow.
a natural 2 or a natural 20.
a natural 1.
Oh, wow.
That tracks.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I'm like, you can take me up on that. You'll never like.
You feel as you've like said that, like there's a like it is like you've said something that just like has an impact, and you just like see she smile softly, and the large one. Another one bites the dust. And she just like smiles. She goes over to Meidu, and then just like takes you by the head, and then she's like turns you, and then like much quicker, less sensual than before. Again, nip, and you also have like the tearing, which now you can see they are like green, like this dark green, like they feel like jade or stone, but it's like curved like a comma, or like a bird claw, like just coming out of it's a very small one. It's like coming out of your ear. Goes over to Pewter and does the same. Which is just like you can hear like this crunch of metal, and it doesn't seem to bother her in the slightest.
Interesting.
Does Pewter resist, or does Meidu resist? Like when you're like, hey, no teeth.
So it's a tooth, right?
Doesn't feel like a tooth, but she did bite you.
Um,
It doesn't feel like any tooth you've ever seen in your life, but it could be a tooth.
I at this point I think we are too far in for Pewter to do anything. He's like, this is what traveling with Talvar entails.
Jeez. I would freak out a little bit, but I'm a little bit too petrified to actually go anywhere. So I'll just be like, "Ah." Okay.
Wonderful. And then she goes over to.
Sorry, does this do something? I don't understand. It stands for something. Or... I mean, thank you so much.
Is this another tooth?
She's just like smiled, and then like the older one just like, she's just being cute. She's just trying to be cute. She's cost. That will last a day. Should last until you get. Should last until just before you leave Grey Wall. It is a spell to protect your mind. Let your mind be your own. And give me an Arcana check. Any of you guys?
Yeah, sure.
Or everyone?
That's pretty good.
Natural
That's
20.
19
Oh,
minus 1.
yeah.
18.
Yeah, 7. Big 7. Definitely a 2.
You don't know much about magic, Maydu. You don't really know. Pewter, your mind immediately started scanning. You immediately started scanning this. You can detect the magic in here, and you're like immediately like compiling it. How are you also figure it out? This is basically in physical form the mind blank spell.
Mind
Which,
blank
if you guys don't mind,
That's a big spell, y'all.
it is, and you know it's a powerful spell that can protect your mind. Pewter knows exactly what it is. Like, like the stats are coming in. Your study with
She
8th
cast
level
an 8th level spell on all of us?
four of you. He's doing it on
Nobu?
Nogu as well.
Oh boy.
He's
Dude,
about
what
to.
is the CR level of these?
Don't fuck with 3 hags together. It's a anyway. And so
They are still, yeah. You know, like all the details on the SRD. You've got it. You also like your mind's going back, and you're just like you're pulling back the stories, and it's just like and like you're like getting a little bit of, like how hag magic's like different. Like they're giving you this because it like suits a story and a narrative that they want to play.
right.
And it's like it is any gifts that they give you is either a trick or a challenge. It is never something out of pure generosity.
Right.
That's what Pewter knows, because he's just like he's analyzing, like this is like a file that came up under that subtitle, "Don't fuck with hags," especially the daughters of Sorakel.
Oh
Like
my
Pewter has
God.
one folder just for like creatures you do not fuck with.
Oh boy.
All right, so
Rather-
hold on. The is it that because they said that it will protect us while we are in what's it?
Until
Grey?
just before you leave
Just
Grey
be-
Wall.
Okay, so basically we can travel freely while we are in there, and then when we leave, we lose all the information we gained.
Oh no! It's basically Mind Blank is a 24-hour level spell. You guys are going to get there like tomorrow. Like it'll take you like according to the gnoll you spoke to, you'll get there like tomorrow, like early evening.
Okay.
So that's what it means. 24 hours basically.
So we won't know the way to there.
You
Or
have
it'll
a-
just protect
you have
me.
a
it'll
guide.
just
Yeah, no, it's
It's
just
just a
it's
protection.
literally just
Okay.
protecting us. We
You-
don't know
you know-
what
the
the
catch is.
trickery here is.
Got
Yeah,
it,
we don't know
got
the catch here.
Yeah. Shall I read out what Mind Blank does?
No,
for our
we
audience?
No, we're good.
Indrani's
We're
posted
good.
it on chat and everything.
Yeah.
Okay.
It foils
It's-
wish
you know how it says
spells,
one
y'all.
Exactly. And mind reading and
We-
divination spell.
We got
Exactly.
Oh boy.
Yeah. The only change to the spell that you note is that it says one willing creature. This ignores willing.
Got it.
You have it. You.
Interesting.
Yeah. And you see Nogu is just like quivering and it's all there, and she just sort of like, and she's whispering something to Nogu. Perception checks.
Yes, I want to hear what. Natural 20.
Ooh, nice.
Okay.
Plus 5, I think.
Dirty 20.
25. She's speaking very softly, but you are just like you're entranced by this hag, and you're just like listening to every word, and you can just like hear like at the same like, they're like, oh God, is this a nightmare? Yes. I said like, I know. I said like, they don't know what you did, but I know. I know why you walk alone. I know why your best friend is a machine that was made to murder. No one's question. They don't question that. I know your story. I know how it ends. The people who walk with you, they will end up like your master did.
I'm gonna walk over.
Good night. You hear, as you come in, she does the fight and just stands up, lets you speak.
I'm just gonna hold Nobu's hand tightly. So does he get separate instructions for?
Oh no, I want instructions. Just words of warning. I said, would you like instruction? And she's like very close to you. Again, her face like changes again. What's the name of the person who first broke your heart?
First broke my heart. All right.
Sorry about
It was. Yeah. Hold on. Let me pull up my.
Make an NPC up.
Make an NPC up. Their name
It's
was. No, I know who it is. Their name was Rennie. They were. a bubblegum tavern keep from somewhere in Charn that I met one day as me and my buddies from house then made our way over to get a couple of drinks. We, looked across the tower, met eyes, and there was an instant moment of love, but they did not reciprocate it, and it broke my heart.
What was that name?
Rennie, it's WRENNIE.
Okay,
Wow.
Rennie. Did you say they or he
They.
or she?
Oh wait. Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, sure.
They, or did you have a like? What do they look like?
It's a she/her if they're pronounced.
Sure.
yeah.
What do they look like?
They look. She looks like human. Bright pink hair. Wears a leather choker around her neck with a metal heart
This tracks.
on it, and
Yeah.
like what's the word for it? Like a netted. Am I describing
Fishnet?
everything? Yeah, like a fishnet, like tunic with her armor on top that she wears. It's just like regular leather armor that she wears.
As she's looking at you, she looks pink hair, same face, that same like beauty. You remember that look of just like potential connection. But instead of the heart around her neck, it is a matching symbol of the dark six that you made.
Oh boy.
Looks
Oh.
exactly the same.
God.
And just like the girl from the past, she turns her face away from you. And she walks away to give you privacy with Nobu.
I'm just gonna squeeze Nobu's hand.
Am I? It's not real.
Nobu, it's okay. We're gonna get out of this.
What did you say?
I said it's okay. We're going to get out of this.
Oh, that's not comforting. And he's just like, he's like slowly getting up. He's like slowly like getting up into this like hands together position.
I'll
And you see-
hold my hand out to Nogu so he can take it.
Yeah, I'm already holding on to one.
Sure, both.
Okay, both taking the hands.
He's my friend, Talvar.
He's my friend too, you little shit. I'm gonna dismantle you.
Stop taking all the NPCs for yourself.
I'm sorry, I didn't know there was a counter.
Stop hogging all the NPCs, Talvar.
Yeah, you're fucking over the NPCs.
Fine, I'll let go of his hand when his real friend comes by.
There we go.
He's like desperately like holding both of your hands. He doesn't want anyone
There
to
you
go.
go.
Yeah.
That's right,
And he
he's
said,
holding
like,
both of our hands. Shubham.
And the large the hags like they turn and they say like they are now facing Medu, who is not covered but like is not part of this like love hand holding.
But she's close
And she's
by.
like-
We probably
Yeah.
not far.
Yeah.
She
So she's
pushed-
like, well we're
We're arms length away, so
well I said like I wish you say she said like now. She said like we're going to head off as you all have an important mission on behalf of us. Clearly. Best of luck. And then like the older woman just like goes over to Meidu and just says like is there anything you want to know? We took the punishment was a little harsh in my opinion. So if you have a question, I can answer
I'm
it for
sorry, could you please tell us what this punishment is?
Yeah.
It's just really
you. No.
Oh,
Well,
no?
unless is that your question? If that is your question, I can answer. I can answer a question about your future, your past, your present, or someone else's past, present, or future.
If you know these things, then I wouldn't mind knowing. If you're offering this willingly, I don't want to put you through any
Oh.
trouble. If you're not, is Cosmo all right?
Sure. So, like, Cosmo currently, the cerulean chimera, he is currently covered in bullet baby vomit and is trekking through muddy dirt in the tunnels. He has not been eaten. He has not been harmed. He is, he is alive. And yeah, as she said, yeah, and as she says that, you feel no joy. Yeah, do you guys?
I feel no joy.
Has she taken away
feel
your
no joy.
emotions?
This sounds familiar. Oh boy.
Wait,
Okay. Great. Thank
I
you for
obviously
that.
don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll say thank you for that information. That was, I don't know why I asked it. Doesn't feel relevant anymore. That's cool.
They turn and they start heading off. They go down the tunnel. Best of luck on your.
Wait,
best of luck.
is
Mhm.
this punishment permanent? Whatever it is. Do you please tell us that much?
And she's like, well, they have. And they look and they say, did we make it perfect? And they're talking and they're like, this, yeah. The part, and it's just like, you got, and they like take back and they say like, you are tasked. Come meet us in Great Crag after doing the task, and we shall remove the punishment. And do not lie to us again when you have promised us.
It sounds fair. I'll keep that in mind.
Yeah. If you're wondering if you're still feeling emotion, yeah, you're still afraid of these guys.
Yeah.
If you were wondering, yeah, if
Maybe
you
you
were
just
afraid to start
can't
with, you're
feel
still
joy.
afraid. And they go off in the tunnel, and
God.
you hear them
You're
walking.
telling me they just blessed me with depression.
Take a water, guys. We even
Punish you with depression. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Nogan
I-
looks like he's. Yeah, Nogan's still holding your hands, but he looks like he's gonna pass out.
No, but why don't you get some rest and speak of this?
Yeah, I think we all should probably sleep. It's going to be a long journey anyways tomorrow. And the sooner we're done, the sooner we can get rid of whatever is happening here. I don't know.
I look at Pewter, then I look at.
Yes.
Can I do an insight check? Because Medu, who was very concerned and upset about not getting to see Cosmo a few minutes ago in game, suddenly was like, doesn't seem relevant anymore. So, like, can we do an insight check to see what the sudden shift was? Like, because I'm probably hyper vigilant right now about her
Sure.
behaving different.
You can, but you're gonna have to be like, actually, like, you can't just watch. You have to like do like a proper like
Yeah.
interrogation or therapy session or
Yeah.
something to figure out what's changed.
Sure, yeah, no, that I can totally do. Totally do that.
Let's do therapy in the dark tunnels under drone. How are you feeling today?
That's a dirty 20. I rolled a 15 plus 5.
That's awesome.
Somehow when Talvar says dirty 20.
No, I mean,
my
what are you
mind
saying to
doesn't-
her? I mean,
Yeah,
I want to know what you're.
no, I'm gonna go over to him. Like, do you really not care what happened to Cosmo? Why would you say that?
I mean, it's all right. Isn't with us. We are alive. That's important.
You feel really good about being alive right now.
Right. It's just that we were really worried about it, like, a few minutes
Was I?
ago. Yes, you were yelling at us because we accidentally left him behind for longer than you anticipated.
Sure, you'll be fine.
Like, give me an insight check on yourself.
Give me an insight check on
What's the
myself.
DC?
This does feel like therapy now. 19.
I think every
You're like
therapy
trying to
session.
think. Yeah, you're trying to think of like why you would miss, like why you're not getting upset about Cosmo, and you're like trying to think of Cosmo, and you're just like, remember Cosmo, like accidentally kicking you in the head one time. You remember Cosmo like this being very rude and messy in the in the war. You remember Cosmo just like being a grump. You remember him like traveling around with with Talvar's sisters, and you cannot remember a single good memory with Cosmo.
Oh my god.
Can-
Okay, I mean, like, you know what? It's fine. It's good that he's kind of with Bill and Bull and the rest. We're saved of a bit of a headache, honestly.
I feel like we need to do an assessment of Medu's systems. She does not seem to be operating normally.
What do you mean? I'm fine. I mean, at least I think I'm fine. I don't know if this earring is doing anything.
The
Can you take
earring
it
does
off?
not.
Or is it looped so we can't really pull it out of public?
You cannot, but it feels very painful when you try and remove it.
Right.
But are you going to try and force through the pain?
No.
Oh, good. Now I have two piercing.
The
Nice.
the tooth in the earring is not likely to be causing this issue. It might have something to do with when one of them waved their hand at Medu.
What issue are you talking about?
Who is your best friend, Medu?
I don't know. I guess you guys.
There's
See
something
what I
wrong.
mean?
What a call out.
It's like walking up to a cat owner, like, who do you care more about, your friends or your cat? And you're like,
Come on, man.
That's pretty much it, yeah. I mean, it's fine. I've always been like, you guys are my best friends. We've been traveling together all this time.
we've
Maybe.
been traveling for, I believe, less than a week.
Yeah, but we've known each other a little longer than a week. Come on.
I'm not saying I do not value you. I'm just saying that you should not consider us your best friends.
He's saying that you generally value Cosmo more than the rest of us, which is completely understandable.
That's what I mean. Words are
Listen.
not my forte.
Cosmo is a mount, and that's it, okay?
I'm gonna. Can I do a medicine check on Medu?
You don't get attached to your horse. What's wrong with you people?
I'm gonna try like do
You
a physical
left?
assessment of her.
You
Oh,
left
okay.
your...
Are you?
Go for it.
Maybe, do you consent to being given a medical pat down by a robot?
A medical by the non-cleric. Yeah.
Yes,
I will-
okay.
Wow.
Sure.
Okay,
All
sure.
her
If she
bones are in the
consents,
right-
you could.
I roll. So I'll
imagine?
role play the role. All her bones are in the correct place. She does not seem to have any breathing, airway, or circulation related issues. She is physically fine, except for the earring. I rolled a 4, and that, by
That's
the way,
Fine.
is with the plus 2 is a 6. So yeah. Lol.
I'm
You
gonna
can't.
turn to Maiden.
You're not sure where to put the oil in to refuel her, but otherwise she seems fine.
You left your family because they were going to kill Cosmo.
Did I? Seems like
Yes.
a ridiculous reason to leave them. I hope I made up with them later.
No, they're assholes, Medu.
Oh,
We
okay.
went through a lot of effort to
Oh.
teach them a lesson.
All you remember is Cosmo being an asshole. You can't even remember racing with him. You remember bits of the race, when you were forced to fight a horrific Pegasus creature, but you don't really remember the fun of winning a race with Cosmo.
Yeah.
Any of the joys of flying. It's just it's like a chore looking after Cosmo.
I mean,
You know what
to
this
your
feels
family.
like? This feels like this. If this was the Medu's character, on one shoulder is Chirag in a little devil costume.
you don't feel joy, Cosmo. He's a
Oh,
little
it's the
shit.
Kermit. It's the dark Kermit. I mean,
Oh god!
Anyway,
Somebody
coming back to this. Talvar, perhaps you can do a secondary assessment. I can't detect any issues with Medu aside from a sudden shift in personality, which, to be honest, I do not understand. The
Wait,
personality.
I am the same person that you met 5 minutes ago. It's fine.
Medu. All right. You know what? Listen, your love for Cosmo is a cornerstone of your personality, and it can't just have changed in the last. If it wasn't for those.
Wait, what do you mean love for Cosmo? Cosmo is a headache. He is impossible to train, incredibly rude, doesn't listen to a thing I say, has kicked me in the head several times, shown not 1 ounce of thanks for any apples that I've brought him. Listen.
All right, sit down. I'm gonna push her down onto the bed. Just
Ow. What?
and I'm gonna sit down and I'm gonna take some sage out, burn it, this, that. And I'm gonna start ritual casting detect magic. See if I can tell what might be on.
Cool.
Oh gosh.
So that's going to be an hour of everyone smelling like sage.
Hour?
Do you?
It's
You said it was a
11 minutes.
Oh, sorry. 10 minutes. Right. You said it's 11 minutes. Cool. You're going to be working on that. Maybe do you just let this happen? Or Peter, do you do anything?
I want to interfere.
So after Pewter's very clinical pat down, I'm just like, taking 2 crystals out of my pocket and like
you're
waving
one
it
of
around.
those healers. Ugh,
Oh my
disgust.
god.
And a physical disgust I feel.
So yeah, you pull out 2 crystals.
I
You feel
take-
really, you feel
I take
really
my,
great, and then you realize you're holding kyber crystals.
I put that down and I take out my tuning fork and just like ting, next to her head to see if her head is tuned right.
I'm triggered.
Listen, I'm not Pewter. I'm not a warforged. That doesn't work.
You don't know the ways of
You see
men, my god.
Okay.
Jillian is just like does not like the sound of the tuning fork. Yeah. But over 10 minutes after, sorry, Peter, you want to do something during this
Oh no,
time?
I'll just while the 10 minutes are going on, I'll talk to Nogan, ask him if he's feeling okay and in one piece.
And Nogo was just like, he wants to go to, and he's just like, he's holding your hand, like, and he's like, because he let go of you because you're doing your tuning fork thing. And he's like holding onto yours. So like, I didn't mean to. I'm not a bad person. I'm not.
Yeah, of course
I didn't mean to do those things. I didn't mean to be a bad person.
Okay, I'll just comfort him and kind of just say soothing things, to the best I can, which will be like, "You are a good orc. You are a good orc," and then like just and a good friend.
And
As I'm tuning, I glance back. You gotta switch up the voice lines every couple of sentences, and then I turn back to him.
the repetition does like ease him into sleep. Yeah. So yeah, after 11 minutes, you cast Detect Magic. Aim it directly at, you cast Detect Magic, and you detect nothing.
Yeah. I put my tuning forks away. Like, that was a waste.
I would make a roll, but Shub did get a nat 20. Pewter knows exactly why the spell doesn't work, because Detect Magic is a divination spell, and Mind Blank makes you immune to divination magic.
Right.
He would have told you, but he was too busy patting and calming down Nobu,
Oh, that would have been good.
which
to
is a
know.
10-minute job.
Yeah. Talvar, do you think that your god has abandoned you now that you have praised the dark sex?
I would certainly hope not.
What is your god's name?
I don't want to discuss that with you. It's personal to this goddess.
You did not think it was personal when you named the dark six.
It was
Oh,
meant to be a performance. I'm stage whispering because I don't want Jillian to hear this.
So you're still loyal to this god, the god who you cannot name?
I can name him. I just don't want to name him in front of the 4 of you. Is that so hard to digest?
Yes.
Why? Why do you need me to tell you who my god is?
You regularly use his help when trying to fix me.
And I thank him every day for it.
But if you are using him to fix me, then I should know his name. It seems that saying the name of the dark six had an effect, so clearly gods are in some way real. So perhaps I should know the name of this god who is helping me.
God is very much real. And I don't know why you need to know where I get my help from. I do enough thanking every night.
What do you say when you thank?
Oh boy.
I feel like we should.
I say, here's what I say. Listen closely. I
I'm
look up.
listening.
Rest a hand on my plate or my chainmail. And I say,
Wow. That seems that seems very profound and meaningful and sincere. You usually just say thanks. The addition of the "you" really brings it to life.
Talvar, did you install a passive aggressive voice in it?
I don't know why this is happening. It must be.
Must have been when he bumped his head.
I'm sorry. Are you? What is the assumption here? Do you think that I do not, in fact, have a god that I worship?
I'm not saying.
What are you insinuating,
I
Pewter?
am simply being curious.
Right. Roll a persuasion check.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Persuasion.
I'm going so well.
Wow, it's almost a 19, but then it became a 3, and it's a -1.
Oh boy.
So that's a 2.
Oh boy.
It's
Strong
not
too.
it's strong too. Like, are you sure you're asking out of curiosity, or is there some amount of disbelief?
Well, till now there was disbelief. I simply thought that the same way that people do not understand how I work because they can't see past the miracle of it all. You know, you perhaps don't understand how the true complexity of the magic and simply name it a god. However, when you name the Dark Six, it seemed that it had a visible effect. So now I'm wondering if gods are indeed real, and if so, then who is this god?
I'm gonna sigh and I say, their name is Onata. Some of your kind also worship them.
Wait, say that again. We need to note this down.
It's Onatar.
O-N-A?
Tar.
Onatar. Onatar. What is he the god of automatons?
Oh no, he is the god of many things. But people who are smiths.
Is he the god of relationships?
Where is that coming from? I don't understand.
And Pewter starts to name all the relationships Talvar's likely been involved in.
Go on. Give me that list.
Go.
Rennie, now Sora,
Invade.
Teresa, Sora Kakra, Henrietta. Do you need me to go on?
You've made it. He is the god of. Well, I worship him because he has helped me become better at smithing and crafting. And sometimes I can channel that magic that I get from him to heal as well. And to work. But he is a god of creation.
I see. Well,
Also,
I've never seen him, but some people think he's a dragon. So there's that.
dear,
Also-
Dragon?
Onatar is very well known god. You've lived in Chant for at least a year. You would know Onatar as part of the Sylvan host. He's known as the sovereign of fire and forge. So it's very funny that she worshipped him. She forged and she's got fire on her head. Yeah. But yeah, patron.
Well, you thought I didn't know who my god was, Shubham?
no,
Yeah.
I was
They
being
aid
sincere.
craft.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, they aid artificers, craftsmen, and smiths. Yeah. As for the goddess of relationships,
Relationships, who I
that-
also worship.
that would be
apparently.
Arawai, the sovereign of life and love, the patron of fertility, represents benign nature and brings good weather and bountiful harvest. Now, there's a god for bad relationships, but they're in the Dark Six. So
I'm
unless you
going to-
really
I
want to
see
go
the
into that, we can
crossover
talk about
happening. I see the
Yeah,
crossover.
yeah. I'm going to, under my table, really shimmy and take out, obviously, 2 lockets. One is the one that my mother gave me, the little talisman. before we left. And the other is the emblem of Onatar. You see this, like I said, 3D, like The Witcher, right? You see a forge, and on top of it, in a crisscross fashion, a tong and a chisel of sorts.
Very
Are you
impressive.
happy?
I'm not sure I feel anything except perhaps curiosity.
Has it been sated?
No.
All right, go on. What else do you want to?
Oh, well, no. My curiosity as a whole has not been sated, but on this
Ah.
topic, I feel like I know enough for now. Yes.
All right, cool. Can I put the locket back under my chamber?
We should rest.
Yes, we should. I'm sorry for yelling. I'm a little stressed out. I love you. And I'm sure, my God,
Onatar.
yes, Onatar, who I'm on great terms with.
Wait, do you think calling out the god's name is going to make them come here and help us out?
I do not think so.
Okay, just checking. Because you were going under the assumption that because we professed our loyalty to the Dark Six and there was some magic stuff which happened which we don't understand, but it was probably
Can
because
we
of the
please
crystals.
rephrase how we say this? We did not profess any loyalty towards these one fucked up.
That is disputable. If in a war I suddenly shout out the name of the enemy and say, for that enemy, I am professing loyalty to
What
them, my
if
allies
you were
would
a
then be right to
spy?
cut me down.
What if you were a spy trying to blend in?
Yes, but in that moment, I would still be professing loyalty.
You would have to cross your fingers behind your back.
I did
I
not
did
see any
that.
fingers crossed behind your back.
I crossed my toes. That's good enough. Right? That
But
works,
then
right?
why did your hair change color? Was it really because you were hangry?
Peter is upset that you lied to him.
I was not angry, and I don't know why my hair changed.
Very
Well,
well.
Fire reacts to different things, and maybe it was something in the atmosphere. I don't know, buddy.
Impurities in the air.
Also, the focus is in me. The focus is Medu. She's the one who's weird, acting weird right now.
You are all
I'm
acting
acting
weird.
weird.
I am the only one acting normal. Do you have any idea how stressful this is? I am a year old. The person who fixes me is suddenly professing loyalty to the dark gods and
I
trying
am
to
not.
flirt with every person she comes across. And now we have made a pact with hags. And then Medu, who is so far been the most loyal to her mount, is suddenly pretending like she doesn't know him anymore. I do not understand when you humans are lying and when you're being honest. I am being normal. You are not being normal.
How about we just all go to bed?
That sounds like a great idea. Maybe we'll wake up and find out this is a terrible dream.
I do not dream, but okay.
I'm sorry. Dreams are great.
If this was a dream, I do not
Alright,
imagine it would be great.
Before we go to bed, I'm gonna give you the equivalent of a tail chumpy.
Wow.
Chirag, do you know what a chumpy is?
Not at all.
Okay, no, wait, hold on. So this is what you do. You go on Urban Clap, and you go to the salon section, for men's salon section, and you order one for yourself. Okay.
That's how you find out
Yeah.
what a chumpy is. No, but a chumpy is basically a very greasy head massage.
Yes.
It's the best way I can put it, right?
It's also
They pour
very
oil on your head.
yeah. It's oily. It's also very strong. Like it's not a gentle
Yeah, it's a
massage.
lot of pressure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I hate those. It's good to know what they are, but yeah.
Imagine if
You
you
can-
got one and then you just
You-
end up, yeah.
Are you in the mood for a tail jumping? Do you let her do that?
I usually let Talvar do whatever repairs she's conducting, so I will let her do this as well.
Okay.
You knock down and go to bed. I understand your frustrations. It's gonna be fine. We're just having a rough patch.
She just like got it.
With that, you go to bed. Go to sleep. Go to rest.
After
Pewter's
Pewter enters stasis, I will go to bed.
going over his way of sleeping is more like, going into hibernation mode. He's going over the memories of what happened, re-archiving, resorting his files, preparing for the next day. Right. Maydu's like having this like long dream. She's like flying, like in the air, but she doesn't know. She can't see why she's flying. Maybe she doesn't have wings of her own, but she's in the air. And then suddenly she's falling. There's like the sound of battle, sound of flying, and then she's like falling. There's like terror. There's concern for something else. But you are flying by yourself. There's nobody and nothing else there. As this dream has become something, another bad memory, as it's going down. And Talvar, sweet Talvar.
Oh, Jesus.
You wake up in a circle surrounded by 6 figures. These strange, twisted figures of shadows. They're all looking at you.
This is the first.
They are like twisting into different shapes of dragons and dracoliches and all these different forms. They all like look and twisting their heads. 2 of them look across from each other. 4 of them like step away from you, and like 2 switch. One says in like a seductive voice, "A passion, a desire to create. I want her to be mine. He shall be one of mine. Let's inspire something wonderful together." The other says, a voice more clouded, like it's coming from smoke, like, "No, this one heart is gifted at deception, lying, at coming with tricks and surprises. This one should be one of mine. Walking between what is good, what is bad. They do what is necessary. And they say like, regardless." And you say it simultaneously. It's clear. No one else will take her. As you look down, you are like standing in like the symbol, like you've got on your amulet, but you're like, it's huge. It's like 6 feet by 6 feet. You see the tongs, you see the hammers enlarged. Like as you're standing, where you're standing, cracks appear all across this area you're standing. They shatter, and you go free falling. And you guys wake up in the morning.
I'm gonna. Do I have that moment where you wake up feeling like you're falling?
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Do I also have a moment where I wake up where I'm feeling like I'm falling?
Yeah. Pewter does not. Pewter's great.
I feel better now.
Yeah, Pewter, you actually woke up 2 hours earlier than the rest because you only need 6 hours of rest compared to normal people with 8.
Yeah.
You're up. Henrietta is just like in the corner, just like, vomiting up what she had the previous, like the alcohol.
Wow.
Like, oh god, what a shitty night. Hey,
Well, you
Jillian.
think yours was shitty. Okay. I go over and pat her back a little. Oh, sweet summer child.
Yeah. Why? What happened? And she like looking at you guys. Nogu is just like, just like looking, like slowly waking up. He looks like he didn't have a great dream either. He's like got that like, looks like he didn't. You're too tired, even though you just woke up, kind of look, and like haunted expression. And Jillian is just like coming back from the tunnel. He pretty went down the tunnel you guys came before, where the daughters went down, came back and says, "Whew, don't go in there."
All right. I look around a bit startled.
All 3 of us have like dark eyes.
Yeah.
Which in Pewter's case just looks like the eyes are sunken back into the sockets.
You guys okay? You smell scared, which isn't a really good thing to do in Rome because we can tell when you're scared. Makes good prey, and it's really hard to defend good prey.
I'm gonna feel at my chest. Do I feel my amulet there?
Both amulets, your mother's and your god's are there.
Just gonna squeeze that really tightly.
Do you open it and look at it?
Yes.
Look at it. It's not cracked. It's fine. It's exactly as it was last night. But as you're like putting it away and you look at your shoulder, remember last session where you were just like repairing a little bit, mending a little crack on your shoulder, and it changed color as it repaired?
Uh-huh.
Color spread a little bit. less than an inch, but it's definitely looks a little bigger than it was before.
I still have the shards on me, right?
The kyber shards? Yeah.
The one that's shaped as the sigil of the.
Yeah, it's still in your bag.
I'm gonna take it out.
Mhm.
I'm gonna glance at you and say, first part of our mission is to bury this right here. And I'm going to dig some ground and then bury it over there. Right.
Sure.
That seems. You sure? That looks expensive.
I had offered before. We can take turns carrying it. You, me, and you.
I look at the mending on my armor and I say, no. It's fine.
Right,
Let's get
your
going.
call. Yeah, let's get going.
Okay. All right. Jillian likes going in. He's like helping you dig like a dog would dig a bone. But he's like digging like an area. Henrietta looks at you like a little, like, and like with a spell, just with a wand, cast a spell, and the earth starts to move, help like covering up, making the hole bigger and ready to shift. Everything all right? Everything all right, sweetheart?
Fine. Back to you. Let's back on top. Thank you for your
Roll a
help.
deception check. Because they have no idea anything happened last night.
Oh, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. 18. Plus
What
nothing.
did you get? 18?
Plus nothing.
All right.
I'm rolling my dark dice today. Like they have a very sinister vibe to them. Calling them
Oh,
my
very
block.
sinister.
They're by Citrus Dice. Shout out to Citrus Dice. Maddie, thank you so much for these dice.
Yes.
Yeah, she's like, okay, all right, just all right. Name me the path. And yeah, let you go bury this 20 GP worth of dragon shards. Yeah. Anything else you guys are doing? Jillian's like got some rations ready to go.
I
Sooner
am
we get
ready
going.
to get going. Yes.
Here's the thing about drum food. Like, it's terrible, but we make it, because we get like the worst bit of meat that we can, but we make it great with butter and all the spices. I mean, all the spices. Spices you ain't even heard of. It's like he's passing over.
We have our
like,
own
it's
rations.
wrapped
Thank
up.
you so much.
I'll try it.
Oh my god.
Yeah. It is terrible, except when you have a hangover, in which case it's wonderful. It is like that
And
kind
in
of
Drone,
greasy.
you
Well,
always have a
I-
hangover.
Oh, okay.
It's an acquired
Exactly.
taste.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I could get used to this after a few months or something. I pass a little bit over to Henrietta. So you might enjoy this a little better.
Cool. All right. Now, let's go. We got we got important work for the daughters.
Yes. Yes,
Yeah.
we do.
Yep. 100%.
At least now we do.
Let's go.
Henrietta looks at her, what do you mean now you do?
We
In the present, we have work to do.
Deception check.
Oh god. Why do we keep saying shit?
Just don't say anything, and he won't make you roll.
11.
Okay. What we got? Come on, Henrietta. I don't think that's an 11.
Nice.
Wow, you got it. Okay. Yeah. He says like, yeah. And you see I see Jillian's like, yeah. Now we got it, and yesterday we got it, but hopefully tomorrow we don't got it. Let's mosey on down, and he starts leading the way down the tunnel. Henrietta knows her eyes, but doesn't say anything. She seems to have bought it. She's like, okay, just early morning robot stuff. And onwards we go. You guys head down the tunnel. Traveling, as I said, it's going to take some time. It takes like a good 8 hours of traveling as the tunnel gets a bit treacherous, climbs up a little bit. The skeleton that you've got on your side can usually like shake and move up and down, like it's looking up, like it's leaning one way, looking the other. It's like, no. And then just like occasionally it starts nipping at you. And then it's like, let me put it back in the box. It's going to keep biting you if you don't have it in the box.
Yes. We're back to the box.
Again, this like bars, this little cage thing that just like extends out, puts it in there, and it's there, and it stops biting you. I mean, it wasn't getting through. You got like chainmail everywhere. So,
Yeah.
but still, it's irritating. The clang, clang. Yeah.
And
And yeah.
yet, can I ask you a thing? What are you getting for like turning these back in?
Sorry, what'd you say?
Like, what kind of reward are you getting for turning these things back in?
Well, we had a bounty on these guys because they were supposed to be executed. And they were executed, and then they got up and ran away. So clearly, the execution didn't take. I have to bring back proof that they are proper. They're either proper dead or proper undead in this case. Yeah.
You can prove they're
of a-
undead, they're still moving.
True. I definitely can. Except for this one still moving. The other two you guys properly took out. But yeah, I got it. As for what I'm getting paid, decent amount. Decent amount, man. Decent amount. Most of it's going to the house. But I get a little bit of like spending money. Help me pay for a place to stay around in Drone. You know, place not filled with cockroach roommates.
Oh, are you moving out? Making your own way into this world?
Sort of. Not many of us come down to Drone. They always look for people to come in. It's like a whole new world.
You
But,
want to be in trouble?
It's interesting. I don't want to be in one place my whole life, but you know, this is like new territory. I mean,
Have you
new
ever been to
exciting people.
Sharn?
Yeah. Have I been to Shan? I think when I was younger, I go to the Dragon Mark house. At least on that meet down there. Just a bit, just some kind of talks. But yeah, not recently. Wow, is it still a cesspool of crime and villainy?
Yes.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Good
It's
to
got
know.
a charm though. I have a T-shirt that says, "I visited Charm, and all I got was the shitty T-shirt." So if you want one of those, let me know.
Oh wow, that's
Yeah.
interesting. I got a postcard that said I went to Sean and all I got was Rob.
Oh, I've seen that at the souvenir store. It's sort of fun, you know.
Yeah. That's about all you can walk away with. As you guys are heading on, you're having the conversation. Eventually, after about almost 8 hours, you come up to like a set of these almost look like proper stairs, as the rocks have been carved in like this proper like curving manner, up and up. It's like, all right, so this should take. Yeah, this is a proper regulated route. This is a proper regulated Zinnia pack route, but you guys are with me, so don't worry about showing your documents or anything like that. Jillian's got this handle.
We
and
trust
so-
you. No, we don't.
Huh? Yeah, it's a check.
Natural one.
We
Jillian's
trust
got the
you,
hand.
Jillian.
We trust you.
He like lopes up the steps, heads up there. Does a tap, open it. A much larger gnoll looks down there. Big gnoll, red spots all along its face and sides. And it's like, I'm Jillian. Jillian. Marcus and Matthew's boy. Oh, right, Jillian. All right, get in here. And they're just like pulling him up there and say like, well, come in.
I love that
and
they
it's
have
just like-
named Marcus, Matthew, and Jillian. It's the best thing in the world. I love it.
Yeah, definitely. And because they're bad, it's great. And they're just like and yeah, you see this large gnoll just like motion for you guys to get up.
Yeah.
Yeah, and yeah, it's like a small. You from your time in the military recognize this to look like a barracks of some sort, but like designed like almost like a cross between a barracks and like a kennel. As you guys see, there's little like areas there with like food's like been served in like little bowls on the side. There's literally like a fire station like pole that goes down from on top of the building, and then you see that other gnolls are here. They're like armed. They're like some of them are armed, some of them are just like walking about. Just like walk about unarmed. Like some of them's got like paperwork. As they like see you, as you like come in, they're like all of them like narrow their eye and sniff, and then they just like they look straight at Madu and they like sniff, and they immediately turn and start walking away from Madu.
It's not that bad.
You can do an insight check or perception check to figure out why they're bothered by Madu.
I don't do that. As
Wow. Let's.
13 plus 5.
Natural
18.
freaking 1. How many of these am I going to roll today?
11.
Oh, this is like
Hey,
your
dude.
third natural one, you know?
Yeah.
Probably.
Madu is confident. Madu knows she's a badass bitch, and clearly these gnolls recognize that.
Yeah.
Talvar,
Alpha of the pack.
there's literally a bone sticking out of her quiver that's clearly a tooth of one of the daughters of Sorakel. And some of these, even if Jillian doesn't quite know what it is, these guys can smell it, and that scares the shit out of them.
Oh, yeah. Alpha of the pack. That's right. You better give me respect. So stupid.
Oh my god.
I would never ever talk like that in my life.
I just want to see Alika play an evil person. That's all I want.
An evil person? Oh,
Yeah.
man.
Jillian
Best you can
goes
get
up to
is
the
secretly passive aggressive.
Jillian goes up to the door and says, like, all right, guys, welcome to one of the greatest places in Rome. Grey Wall. Opens the door wide. Like these are like, open the door open, and you see the city of Rome. The city of Grey Wall in the nation of Rome. Built onto the side of a wall, right? Built onto the side of the mountain, into a mountain. You can see these like large buildings made of lumber and stone, huge, impressively wide buildings of different sizes, and all these like these tribal marks all across them. Walking up and down the street, you see Gorgon, you see snake-head Gorgons, you see minotaurs walking up and down the street. You see trolls coming in and out of bars, and you see all manner of little kobold, little goblin like walking in and down, carrying bits of paper. All of them just like in this driving city, and it reminds you for a minute of Sean as they're going up and down, hurrying here, there, and everywhere, until the goblin bumps into the leg of a minotaur, who like picks him up and like yeets it.
Wait.
And
When he yeets the goblin,
Just yeet the goblin, man.
when he yeets the goblin, I will. Fuck, how far is this goblin from me?
40 feet.
I'll cast Shield of Faith as a
Oh,
reaction.
he goes in, like
You can get a +2.
picks up the
to AC.
goblin. Grabs the goblin. He prepares to yeet, and then the shield appears. Like it makes his hand big, and the goblin like slips out, and he's just like yeeting nothing, and the goblin like sneaks by and like, hey, nah. Yeah, not today, David Doom. Damn you! And like off he like runs. Off he runs, and like he like waves at you, and he says like Dark Six bless you, and he hurries off.
Oh, wow.
And this is like, Julius is like, you don't need to worry. Goblins are very light. You can throw them anywhere. Fine. That's why we have nets. And he points off in the sun, and you can see there are large nets put up all across these like on the side of the buildings, and you can see like there are gnolls and kobolds just being like landing there. You see like harpies are also like landing there safely. When they land, the gnolls and kobolds just like duck out of there. Like, okay, I don't want to be in the same place as a harpy in case they're hungry, and they're just like getting up and out of there. It reminds me, as they are just like being tossed there, being tossed around, and they're in the center of this in the center of the city. You see this large tower, very much just like purple tower, carved, very much wizardy, but like covered in these like strange like eldritch designs, which like shifting, like it looks like there's like the stone moves, like tentacles are wrapped around it, all with this like flickering light coming off the top like a lighthouse, like which is between purple and green as it's just like flipping up there, just like flickering and watching. And you can see like around the city, like in the distance, you see this huge stone wall very close to to the entrance of the city, where you can just like this massive thing, like 60 feet tall, just like right off in the distance, and with a huge gate. And Julia's like, and over there, and he's like pointing off like behind some buildings.
I have a
You'll
very
find a route-
touristy look, but I'm like,
Yeah, right over there. You head over. We take you down that route. We'll take you out of the city. We'll take you out of the city, and we can head to Great Crag. Find a way to get you there.
great.
Anything yet? Yeah.
We
Anything
have
you guys
some
wanna do?
business here.
Oh, you do?
Yes. As a part of our aforementioned work for.
Well, good stuff. Maybe don't be careful if you say their names, though. They say that if you say their names, they can hear you. I don't know if that's true or not, but it's funny. You probably know more than me because you're working for them.
Yes. I will confirm for you that it is in fact true.
Yeah.
Yeah. 100%.
And you have to look a little alarmed when you say this. Nobu
always
just continues
watching.
to look traumatized.
They're always. So we need to meet the mayor.
Oh. You should know. Oh, well, mayor's should be there. And he points at the large tower with the elders. That's the mayor's house.
That's where we go
it's lo-
first.
That's a house.
Yeah, he should be there. Usually he'd know you're coming. All right. Yeah, I can take you there. Don't worry about it. And then he just say, locks over there.
What languages do you speak?
Me?
Yes.
I speak common. I speak no. I speak no. I speak goblin. That's going to be very helpful around here. Like goblins, kind of like they're trying to make it the national language of Drone to like give us our own national identity. And of course, I speak a little bit of minotaurs, speak a little bit of Underdark here, there, and everywhere. Underdark would be helpful to speak. But the mayor, he's got very good common, like very good. And like you'll find people now. Great Wall's the most accepting place in Rome for like people like you guys, and like once what's the proper term? Squishies? Yeah, squishies. It's really accepting. You'll find you'll find a lot of like Eastern Ebes, guys who try very well to sound you to practice their common. So you'll find some guys who'll be good, but if you get eaten, aim for a net.
Right. I'm filling out a crossword. And I was wondering if you knew what the word domum means.
Are you basically using him to translate your things? Yeah. Okay.
Not as
yeah.
a full sentence, one word at a time. And I'll like throw random gibberish in there to like break it up.
Yeah. As you're like doing it, you get to the estimate that it means we have sent your son home.
We sent your son home. Ooh.
Yeah. Like I said, as I said, my undercommon's not great, but I think that's about the gist of it.
Right. Well, that's great. I think it's this Languages of Drone crossword. I will send you a fresh copy when I get back to Sharn. Unfortunately, mine's just
But
and I put it over.
Well, that's great. Yeah. Just send
You'd
it
be
over.
great at it.
You're so sweet. That's so nice of you to say.
Neat.
And yeah, he hurries on, taking you to the place, heading off to this large tower. As you like see, standing guard. Yeah, you like see.
Before we get to the tower, I'm gonna obviously inform my friends about what the message means. As far if this guy's intel is suspicious. I'm like, so tell us a bit about the mayor, his family. What do you know?
Mayor?
Who is the mayor?
Oh, right. Well, the mayor? Oh, he's great. He's like nodding into that. Yeah. His name is Zorkilek. He's very nice for one of those people. But he's good.
What does that mean?
I don't think he has any family. He's one of those. And he like points at a poster that basically just says that it's like the mayor, like picture of the mayor with like sign that's saying like, clean up in your community. Spitting acid is not approved. Keep up this clean. And it's a picture of a thumbs up mind flare in a mayor's suit.
I beg your pardon.
Oh my!
Do we know what a mind flare is?
Do we know what mind flayers
Yes. You know the root. First of all, it looks weird. Give me Arcana check to see how much you know.
Natural 20.
Well,
You get a lot of. Are you stealing her mojo? Is that what's happening? The luck is going from Alaka all the way to Indrani.
Yeah. These are doing good.
These are good dice. All right. You got 20 for a total of how much?
Oh right, natural 20 minus 1, 19.
Okay. Anyone got higher than 19?
No.
Anyone got? What did you guys get?
12.
12.
Okay, so with your 12s, you know the rumors about.
Oh, that's
basically-
why. Oh shit! Now that makes sense. The protection.
Right.
These ladies know
Yeah.
what they were doing. Yeah, okay, go on.
Mind flayers are well known as like horrific psychic creatures that are described eating brains, and they are like very rare. When
Yeah.
you see them, they are terrifying. They are known. They're like the rumors that they corrupt humanities to make cults to like feed them, worship the dragon below, Kaiba, all kinds of like twisted things. They're just like they're scary, but it's like no one knows. Barely anyone's ever seen them. They're just like very rare. With a 19, you know a little more. They are associated with like aberration. They're associated with other aberration, and it is said that mind flayers are the creation of when Dalekers first came thousands of years ago. They corrupted and created them. Either they brought them with them, or that they formed them, or they like made the opening for these creatures to come in from Zoriat, the realm of madness. But yeah, either they are very closely entwined with Dalekers, much like that name who should not be said.
How do I
It's
spell that?
fine.
I will look at
Yeah.
Medhu
Yeah.
and Talvar and be like,
Yeah.
shall we?
Should we?
Do we have a choice?
I don't
That's
think
also
have
true. We
choice.
have to now. Don't know what else she'll do to us. Though she wasn't so bad, but anyways. Probably should push our luck.
We
Let's
will.
just-
Yes.
And
Let's
Henrietta
just-
whispers to you guys like, wow, you guys are really working hard for this like bit. For this whole pretending thing. You guys are taking it pretty seriously.
Actually, Henrietta.
We're method actors.
Yeah. How about this? How about you take the skulls and you take it to your employers, your house,
Sure.
and we'll catch up with you a little bit. Just do some sightseeing.
Sure. Sounds good. Do you want me to take the dragon shards and get them sold off?
Yeah. Go for it.
All right.
I want to
Thank you.
about these.
Do we want to? Can we do the selling together? We would like to learn tricks of the trade later.
I mean, you can. Do you want me to come with you to meet the mind-reading Elithiad mayor?
No, no, it's fine. You know what? Here, just take the crystals. We'll see.
All
about
right.
that.
I'll
How do
I'll
we
send you-
find you? Where do we find you?
I'd send you a sending, but if you still looking for me, and she gives you directions to a building that is where the Thrask headquarters are here. It's we've kind of like taken over like this small hotel, but we're expanding. We're gonna have like a proper holding for once we start going into the mining and mercenary work around this territory.
Right.
But yeah,
we
you'll see
just
us. You can recognize our
ask
logo.
for you? Should we just say we're guests of
Yeah.
Henrietta?
Yeah, they'll know me.
Yeah.
I'll put your names on the list.
I can't wait to see you again. And I lean in and I kiss her cheek. And then I step back. Okay, bye now.
Winks and heads off. As
The
she's like,
moment she turns around, right, like whatever remnant of smile there was on my face just like drops. It's like deadpan. Like, where should we go?
Yeah, I guess so. Wait, I'm remembering something. You said something. No. Sending. We were supposed to send a sending to someone, right?
Yes, to Bill so that he can meet us
Bill.
here.
Yes. We should probably.
Which Jillian is going to help us with after we've met with the mayor for our business.
Okay. That's cool. Let's go
So,
and
order of business. Go speak with the illithid mayor.
I think he might just prefer mayor.
Sure. After which we shall
Catch up with Henrietta.
okay.
Actually, we can do the sending done for Bill, but we might need money for it, so maybe it's better to meet Henrietta first. We'll have the money. Yeah.
She probably also have the contacts.
Yeah. I turned to Jillian. You said the mayor doesn't have any family.
Not to my knowledge. I've never seen. You think if someone was like a mayor, they'd be like, showing off their family, showing their, their family aberration or anything. But he's never done anything like that, as far as I know.
No adopted family?
Could have an adopted family. I haven't seen any.
What else do you know about the mayor? Casually, as we're walking to the town.
As one does.
Well, he's the only mind flayer I've ever seen in, anywhere, really. Most mind flayers are pretty, from what I understand, pretty private. Lure people to their unsuspecting people to their caves and then or their towers and then eat them or do some kind of experiments or something. The usual. But this guy, he seems very sweet, very cool. He made a park. Yeah, he mind controlled a bunch of dryads, brought them over here, and wouldn't let them leave until they made the prettiest park in Rome. And then I think they left. I don't know. I didn't really care. We had a nice park and a slide. Such a big slide. It was like this high, and it's not even that high. He's like leading you guys in there, and as you come to the door, there is a line of people who are there waiting. There's a light on top of the door, which is as it's going, there seems to be the light shifts and it turns into people's names, and then as a person's name happens, the door opens, and then that person comes forward and goes, and you can see the line's a little bit long. There's 10 people, but as you approach, the light flickers, changes. As someone was about to go in, it slams their door in front of their face, and the light changes, and it says Jillian, now.
Oh.
Interesting.
And then it shifts and says, Jillian, please.
Okay.
I thought he didn't have his manners.
Right.
Yeah. This is a great couple of days we're having, meeting so many new people. Let's go.
Yeah. As he's he goes in, he goes up to it. Yeah. The door opens, and as you go in, there are there's a large stone platform of this beautiful that's on top of it this lovely silk robe, and just Jillian motioned for you guys to stand on it, this square thing. As you guys join him on the square.
Yes.
Yeah. This is the fun part, and then suddenly the ground shifts underneath you, and you slowly start to rise. There's a psychic wall that appears around you, just this little force field. And then you hear dun, 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 as elevator music starts up. And you guys
Hate
great, Yeah, it's the easy, you gotta get the copyright-free prestidigitation music. Otherwise, bards, harpy bards are tough about IP infringement,
Right. I mean, as they should be, it is their work. Yes.
I respect that.
Gotta respect it. If you infringe on their IP, they go for your eyes. And after what feels like a lot of floors, you come to a stop, and just you see a hole in the ceiling, and you go through, and down this long corridor. And you're this didn't look like it would have that long a corridor, but there's this large black glass door with the image of this. Have a mind flayer on top with the tentacles extending downward. Looks very Cthulhu-esque. This incredible slightly intimidating look over the door.
This one's been reading Lovecraft.
And as you approach, the door opens, and there, just like sitting at a desk, this like beautiful desk, just like with several quills in all of his tentacles, just like writing, with his hands like crossed over his chest. You see a little attired looking like mind flayer in this like impressive like mayor outfit, like very human-esque like mayor outfit, just like very nice. He has, you can't tell if it's like a discolored tentacle or if it's real. It looks like he has a mustache over his like where his mouth would be. He doesn't have a mouth obviously because he's in the dead. And then he says like, "Good to see you too, sir." You guys can't hear him?
Not yet. Maybe in a little while. You'll have to translate for us.
Oh,
Oh,
that's right.
oh. He then starts like waving as like one.
I just like
yeah.
hit my ear in front of my fence.
He looks, and he like waves his quill that starts to glow, and then you hear his voice audibly. You realize he's casting either minor image or some kind of spell to imitate his sound as he speaks.
Yeah.
And he says like, "Hello, I don't. Usually I like to know who my visits to the city are, but I was surprised when Jillian arrived, but with no sign of anyone. Jillian and Henrietta arrived, but no sign of who they might have been traveling with."
Henrietta has not with us.
No, but she did enter with you guys down at the gnolls back.
That's right, she did.
I try not to let things escape me in my city. Welcome to Grey Wall. It is so lovely to have you guys here. By your accent, I would guess you are from Shard. Is that right?
That is correct.
Spot on.
Really?
Oh my! It is so nice to have people in that city there. Yeah, it is so great. I think I even have a shirt there. Like one time, not mine obviously. They wouldn't let me in, Sean. But you know, what did it say? All I got from there was all I did when I went to Sean was get this shirt or something like that. Oh,
That's one of my favorite souvenirs from the city. Truly.
memories. Not mine, but they're still delectable. How can I help you?
Just give me a second.
We come carrying a message.
Oh yes.
Message from the Delvers.
I would gather from the gifts they've given you, and he points where an ear would be if he had one.
Do these messages get delivered to you often?
Very rarely, but they like to have a sense of timing. So when they send messages to me, they usually send them in one of those because they don't want me to spoil the surprise early. They're the ones who like to have that air of mystery. So, but they're the bosses. You have to respect it.
It's true. You need a dramatic boss once in a while.
The message is, and I say in my best goblin that I can muster. Fill
Undercommon, not goblin.
Undercommon, sorry. Fill you to Domum Dismiss.
He had all these quills that he was like writing as he was talking to you, and then suddenly he stopped. Every quill snaps in his tentacles.
Oh boy.
We do not mean to offend. That is just the message we were here to send.
Please don't shoot the messenger.
They said, "My son."
Don't.
He's like, stand up. As he stands up, the desk flies telekinetically forward and like tumbles forward, and it's like great. And he like screams, "No!" And like the light starts flickering in this room. You can see that the light was like coming from this room. It was like the gentle green and the odd purple, and they start flashing red. No! And he like screaming at the desk starts flying, the lights start flicking. Jillian is sent like flying up into the ceiling behind you, just like caught in the blast. And he just like, "Oh, I don't think he took the message well." You can find out.
No!
Something about his son. Okay.
We have to
Take
find.
your son home.
So,
Does that mean back home to like the Underdark or something where they come from?
My theory
Or like
is that he
dead.
doesn't want his son around. And his son being sent home means that his son has returned to Rome,
Yeah.
or maybe to the city itself.
Or maybe it just means he's dead now.
Yeah.
Yeah, interesting questions. You guys can figure it out more. But yeah, I hope you had fun playing. I hope our audience had fun watching.
That's awesome.
Find out
It's
next
great
week
day for
on
us.
Wednesday, 7:30 p.m. IST, what we get up to, and if we continue to, push our luck, we likely
There's
will.
more enthusiasm than that, I'm sure.
I
Exactly.
am a robot. I do not
stay so-
understand enthusiasm.
Stay subscribed. See what's happened. See what's the deal with Cosmo
I
and
like that
everyone
the
else. What
bar
have
is
they been up
stay
to?
subscribed. Please don't leave us.
Stay subscribed or subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Leave
Yes,
comments. We'd love to hear them.
We have links to our Discord server and our social media in the description. You can come hang out with us. We run a bunch of games on the server, like Masks, Monster Hearts,
Follow me down.
Wander Home, Follow Me Down. There's a bunch. So if you like TTRPGs or want to learn about them, join us. We have a community of like almost 400 people now. It's amazing.
Make it happen. Cheers.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.